Welcome back to the long-awaited How to Get a Job on a Yacht Part 2. If the video gets 200 likes, I will make another one, so hit that thumbs up button. Okay, firstly, I really wasn't expecting the response from that last video. I've been in like 2 or 3 separate marinas right now where you guys have come up to me asking me if I was the person that have actually made the How to Get a Job on a Yacht video. I'm really stoked that it's helped a lot of you. In fact, the boat next door, the guy happened to watch my video and is currently on his first job right next door to me. So pretty cool, pretty stoked. I just want to address a couple things, a couple more intense questions that have come along. So if this is the first time you're watching this video, just be sure to check my How to Get a Job on a Yacht Part 1. It's going to help you sort of hear a few more questions and answers that other people have asked. Right, let's jump straight into it. I'd like to talk a little bit more intensively about dock walking. A lot of people are unsure, what do you wear, what do you do, etc. I have addressed this slightly, so I'm just going to get into a little bit more. Dock walking is imperative. What it really is you basically arriving on either the Mediterranean or the Caribbean, and you're going to start looking for a job. I did speak about this a little bit on the previous video. I got the job on this boat because of dock walking, and it's not because I went there once, it's because I went to the same marina twice. They saw me there the day before, then they saw me on the day, and then they actually asked somebody, who are those guys? We need to have a chat with them. So it's not about going to one boat once. Boats are going to need work, maybe not this week, next week, etc. If you've done them all the marinas and all the shipyards, do them again. Guys, different boats are coming in, etc. And actually, a trick just to give you, which a lot of guys do, there's an application called Marine Traffic. You'll be able to see when boats are coming in and out of harbors. And one of the best things you could do is if a boat's come from somewhere, you can see where they've come from and where they're coming to. If you see them coming into the marina, you'll know maybe they've been at sea 2 or 3 days or even longer, and they're probably going to need a wash down. So the best thing you could do is to try and hunt for those boats that have come from a long passage, as there's more than likely an opportunity for some work there. Second thing, something that was pointed out on a Facebook group recently was if it starts raining, especially short bursts of rain in the Mediterranean, there's a big chance that that rain is dirty. We get something here called red rain, and basically what happens is the Sahara Desert, a whole bunch of sand gets blown up, gets pushed over the Mediterranean. When it rains, it all comes down onto the boat, leaving this horrible red residue. It's actually sand. And so the best thing to do is to go, even if it's a Saturday or a Sunday, I might have boats picking up early in the week, is to get out there the moment that red rain hits and start looking for job opportunities, because there are probably a couple boats that didn't account for the rain and the boss is arriving shortly and will need a hand washing down. So that's a big tip. Last but not least, on the dock walking, get innovative. Guys out there are putting stickers all over the place with their certifications and everything like that all over their shirts, so that when they're walking down the dock, it captures your attention. People want to know and they can see what you've done. I'm not saying that that's maybe the most professional way to do it. I'm just saying that somebody got innovative and it helped them because somebody took a photo, put it on the various yacht pages on Facebook, and guys really started to like it. So come up with a few ideas of different ways to really get noticed while you're dock walking. If you had 10 people walk up to the boat that you were working on and said, "Hi, I'd like to know if you have a job," then you're kind of going to get a little bit over it. But if somebody walks up with a little bit more enthusiasm and a couple of questions about what it is that that person is doing on the boat, or has something that really captures your attention, probably got a better chance of getting a job. Because the thing is, 9 times out of 10, it's about whether you can actually live with that individual. You can always teach somebody how to wash a boat. Quick side note there, I am going to be doing some videos in the next couple of weeks about when I'm washing down, what I'm doing, and try and actually vlog the whole wash down. So if you are somebody that is interested in yachting, just click that subscribe button. I will have videos coming up that are designed to try and help the new guys coming in. Okay, I'm probably not setting the best example right now because I've got like a patchy beard and it just looks scruffy. We were supposed to pick the boss up 2.5 weeks ago, but we've had technicalities and delays, so I just haven't bothered sort of shaving in the last week. If you're looking for a job or you're new on a job, please do yourself a favor and try and keep yourself presentable at all times, as well as cleanliness in the cabins and things like that. It makes a huge difference when you arrive and everything is just kind of, you're neat and there's nothing really to pick on, if that makes sense. So do yourself a favor, keep your appearance tidy and keep your cabins tidy, and all around, just be a tidy person. The next thing that I really want to address to new crew, guys that are coming into this industry, patience and hard work. I have no other way of saying it. You're not going to arrive, start dock working on your first week and perhaps get a job. I did. I've done that before. I know friends that have done that before, but I know guys that were more qualified than I was that were looking for 2 to 3 months before they got a job. So you need to understand that I'm not saying it's luck of the draw, because the more times you try, the bigger opportunities you're going to have of actually getting a job. But be patient. Be as patient as you can be, because if you're trying Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you've got a bigger chance than the guy that's sitting at home just looking around on Facebook all day. But you need to do everything. You need to be dock walking, you need to be using Facebook and trying to see which job opportunities come up. You need to be on the various platforms like Yacht Spot and career agencies and things like that, and keeping your fingers in all the pies, looking all the time. But if you sit at home every single day and you're just looking on Facebook or just looking online, you really are going to cut yourself short. So my suggestion would be to get into a bit of a routine. If you're going to find day work, there's a large possibility it might be in the morning for the next day or something like that. So the best thing would be to do maybe early morning until midday, you dock walking, you go back between the hours of 2 and 4, you're on Facebook and updating all your information and stuff like that on various yacht agencies, and you're emailing people all the time, and start again the next day. So try and find your balance. And also, there are a lot more marinas than what most yachties just look at. For example, in Palma, Mallorca, if you get on a bus and you head just slightly further down the coast, you will find a whole bunch of different marinas, and I've been there before and barely seen any dock walkers. So find the marinas that guys are not going to. You've got a bigger chance. Coming back to the patience side, I know South African crew often have a bit of a time issue with their visa. So you guys really got to hit it hard when you get there. I totally understand that, but stressing doesn't help. So if you give yourself the opportunity and go, by then, this is kind of what I'm aiming for goal-wise for day work, then that's great. Try and see if you can achieve that, obviously, but be patient. I had somebody get hold of me 2 weeks into looking for a job crying because they hadn't found it yet. It's not gonna help. Do yourself a favor and really try and set goals, small ones, and work your way up as you get more comfortable. I would like to reiterate what happens during work. I think a lot of people are interested what it is that I get up to, which is why I try and make these videos about what I am up to, and I'm only really starting now of actually filming during work. You can imagine how difficult that can be for me sometimes. When the boss is on and when there are no owners on board is two very different types of jobs. When you are working on a yacht, when the owner is on board, there's a large possibility you won't have the opportunity to wash down the boat, do maintenance jobs, pull things apart, etc. You are generally catering to their needs 95% of the time, which is getting the tender out, getting the speedboats out, all the toys, taking people skiing, wakeboarding, exploring the islands, things like that, moving the boat from A to B, dropping anchors, things like that. So you need to understand that those types of things happen when the boss are on, and when the boss is off is when you're going to be doing things like maintenance work and oiling and greasing and stainless and doing the teak decks and things like that. Sometimes if you get the chance to do it when the boss is on, it's probably when they're asleep or early morning. So you need to understand that those jobs are very different, and it's hard just to explain any yacht jobs like program because everybody runs a boat very differently. And as you coming in as new crew, more than likely are going to be guided by the person that is in charge. When you first get a job, just do whatever it is that you can to help out around the boat, help anybody, everybody. The more helpful you are, the better. So just keep that as a tip. It's always a good way to start a job is just to try and be as helpful as possible in all fields. Okay, another quick one. I've had quite a lot of people get in touch with me that have come from maybe big cargo ships or the Navy side or cruise liners and stuff like that and want to come into yachting. If that is you, I totally understand why you would want to do it. I just want to explain that to anybody listening. Any yacht work or boat work or anything around the marine industry is going to benefit you in getting a job. If you've got a divers, if you've got water sports experience, if you've come from cargo ships, if you come from anything like that, to get a job on a yacht is a hell of a lot easier because it generally means that you are an able seaman and somebody that can help around. So if that is somebody that's looking to change over from cruise liners to yachting, just kind of figure the difference out for yourself. Generally, It's more one-to-one with a client as opposed to dealing with like a mall, as an example. If you're coming from cargo ships, you need to realize that there's a lot more finesse in this industry, a lot more dealing with finicky stuff of stainless steel and things like that, and that might not be for you. So just take that into consideration. But if you've got any previous boat work, I guarantee you it's going to help you a million times more than somebody that's never been at sea. Right, it's getting a little bit dark here on the boat, so I'm gonna have to end this one off quickly. Like I said, if this video gets 200 thumbs up, I will do another video. I'm gonna keep making videos about what it is that I'm up to on board, but I've got a couple more topics I'd really like to touch on. One big one is getting a job as a couple. I will certainly bring Rebecca into this conversation and tell you guys a little bit more about how difficult that can be and the risks involved with it. So obviously Rebecca and I got a job as a couple, so I'm saying it's doable, but I'm going to touch on that a little bit more in depth. So if you've got any more questions, I will try and get to every single one of them that is commented down below. And on Instagram, I'm literally doing stories about what it is that I'm up to on board all the time, so be sure to check me out on Instagram. And another thing is, I don't think I've had a yachting question asked to me that I haven't responded to, but I do ask for a bit of time discretion. I've had so many messages from people asking me tips and visa questions and stuff I could never know. So if you think I might know the answer to them, please feel free to message me on Instagram or comment down below, and I will try and get to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, please hit that subscribe button and feel free to comment anything down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Just on that subscribe button thing, it's like a really big motivator for me. The more people that subscribe that are interested in yachting. So please maybe just comment below saying, I'm interested in yachting and I've subscribed, so that I know that this is what you guys want to see more of. I really appreciate you watching. See you on the next one.